Why do you do what you do?
Why do I do what I do? I come here for my family. They are the most amazing people. That's why I do it. And boats. Yeah, got a few of them.
We like to come to work, have a lifestyle balance, you get a good roster, get decent pay, and go home, enjoy our family and friends and interests. Look, I don't think my family really understand the risks. You speak about it, you talk about incidents that happen, you have incidents on other sites and you sort of say, well, this is what's happened, But they don't really fully understand what is involved with mining.
There's no such thing as a simple job. There's a degree of complexity in any job that you do in a coal mine, and a lot of those have got a lot of hazards. So there's always consequential levels of risk, and unfortunately sometimes those things catch people out because they think it is a simple task.
At Grasstree there was an incident where unfortunately we lost a colleague, and he was a father and husband, and it absolutely shook me to the core. It's part of the reason why I'm so passionate about safety. I was at the pre-start every day with that man, and then one day he wasn't there, and it's something that I don't want to ever look around at a pre-start and not see someone for the same reason.
So when I was a mining engineering manager at Bengalla Mine in the Hunter Valley, I was a recipient of the phone call to say that one of my team and our teammates wasn't going to come home that day, and that was Quentin Moore. And that situation impacted me significantly. Through that night, I had to get up in front of a workforce and tell them that their mate that they came to work with that day wasn't going to go home with them the next morning. And I look at my children, I have 3 children, I was sitting at home playing with them when I received the phone call, and I look at Quentin's family and I think, he won't have the opportunity to see his grandchildren grow up, and that stays with me forever. And it drives me to do what I do so that nobody else has to experience that.
People only see me when things go wrong. You'd just like them to understand that it's not just about what they're doing here today, it's about what are you going home for. They would know all their workmates. They know all those personal things about them. I know they all think about their mates, but think about yourself as well.
Mining can be a hard job, but it can also be very rewarding. Like today, Mitch had a really hard day dealing with some extra stuff. I think it's important that you just do a personal check-in to make sure that everything's all right with him, and mentally and physically, make sure your teammates are ready to work and be safe.
So we had guys up cleaning a wheel, assembly getting ready to put a tyre back on to come out to 8:30, and the back flange projected off the rim base, which ended up weighing 560 kilos. And one of the tyre fitters was obviously there a minute before it had come off. Yeah, we were all looking at things a little bit differently, looking at hazards that we might not have ever thought could hurt us.
So we recently had quite a serious injury on site. When he went to see the doctor, he explained to him how close he was. If the hose had have hit him, just 2 centimetres from where it did, then it would have been a completely different story. Such a huge flow-on effect. The physical injury seems to heal a lot faster than the psychological impact.
Yeah, so 29th of June this year, it was just after 5:42 in the morning when I looked over and got woken up by the phone ring from work. Phone calls after hours or hearing the 555 number coming over the PA while you're at work is never a good sign. Your heart sinks. The first thing I just asked is everyone alive? Obviously, he reassured me, and then we started to work through, what had happened and start to progress towards emergency response and incident response. Looking back at that incident really distills the reason why systems and processes are so important, but also the application of those processes and systems. So it's no good just having them sitting on a shelf or sitting on an electronic storage device somewhere. It is how you apply those systems into the everyday work environment that's what really keeps people safe.
Fatal risk management is definitely an evolution of safety. It addresses what needs to be addressed. Is it the silver bullet? No. That behaviour is the silver bullet, but does it make you stop and think about your behaviour and ownership of what you're going to put in place to keep you safe? Absolutely.
The fatal risks, they're all written in blood, basically. All the risks that are there, and all the mine sites have them. They're all just worded a little bit differently. As for my crew, sitting down watching Global Safety Day, like I hope that they know that like I'm there looking out for them, you know, and I believe in the fatal risks and the controls, and having the conversations with the crews and having the culture. To me, culture's massive. You have the culture, it's right, and it all flows on from there. And it's all about culture.
I've been in mining for 25 years. I've worked as an operator, I've designed mines, I've managed mines, I've been right at the coalface during tough times. That's where my passion for safety comes from. Global Safety Day is more than one day. It's more than a week. It's more than a month. Safety has got to be in your DNA. It's the way you turn up for work every single day. It's in your behaviours. Everyone has a why, and everyone has a reason to come to work, and everyone deserves to go home safely.